New Jurassic World Mattel skeleton line has been released and we're going to talk about today. But first, we've got a Pachyrhinosaurus Jurassic World Chaos Theory card that just came out. I believe this is the 4th Jurassic World Chaos Theory Pachyrhinosaurus figure we've gotten. I would have bought it. I found it in stores, but it came with Indominus Rex and Spinosaurus, and I kind of already have both of those cars. So it's like, I might as well just wait for them to sell it alone. But yeah, that's one of 4 Pachyrhinosaurus Chaos Theory toys. Anyway, there was also a mini Dreadnoughtus recently revealed. Now, we had images of the prototypes revealed for a while, and it was just black. You know, I think, you know, it was safe to assume it was Dreadnoughtus, but, you know, there was speculation it could have been other things. But now it's confirmed it is Dreadnoughtus because an image came up recently where it was fully painted in with the Dreadnoughtus colors and everything. So thank God we're getting a mini Dreadnoughtus. You don't have to buy the massive one to have a Dreadnoughtus in your collection. But anyway, the skeleton creatures I was talking about. Mattel has revealed this all new line where you can buy this mystery sort of can that looks like a tennis ball tube. And in it, you're going to get a skeleton dinosaur. Now, the first one we're going to talk about is probably my favorite one in this, the skeleton Velociraptor. So basically, what happens is they originally look like just normal dinosaurs at first, but then use, you know, hot and cold water to change it, and you rub it on it, and it turns into a skeleton. It slowly reveals a skeleton. So it's got a fully black paint scheme, but then it will have white to color in the skull, the ribs, the legs. It's just super, super cool. It's a really cool line. It's just a shame that they're all mystery, you know, you can't really go out. If you want Velociraptor, you might have to buy a few tubes or something, but it is still cool nonetheless. And we do also have a skeleton Dracorex. Very interesting choices that they've picked, but I do appreciate they're going for more wide variety of creatures. Dracorex, they have, so everything in this line Mattel has made before. Everything is going to be repaints, but they're all new paint schemes, so it is kind of cool to see. And yes, we do have Dracorex. It's like a crimson color, and then of course, you know, you add the hot and cold and you get a skeleton Dracorex. Very interesting. I don't think like they really would have ever given us a skeleton Dracorex, you know, because normally when we're getting skeletons, it's of the main creatures like T-Rex, Triceratops, especially when it comes to Lego. That's all there is. There's only like T-Rex skulls, Trike skulls, like, you know, the one from Lockwood Manor. I guess you could say that's an Avaceratops. Oh no, what was it? A Gujiceratops. My apologies. But still, it could be like, it's Ceratopsian nonetheless, and also T-Rex. But speaking of Avaceratops, my mispronunciation, or no, just wrong going on in the head. Avaceratops we do actually have coming. There is skeleton Avaceratops. This is another new Ceratopsian. So we've had Triceratops skulls, we've had a Gujiceratops skulls. Now we're getting Avaceratops. I do believe this Avaceratops was just recently added to the main line. Back in Epic Evolution at the start, it was the mountain Ceratopsian. It's a very little one. That's why it's in the line with Dracorex and Velociraptor. I believe all of these guys are meant to be little. There's only one dinosaur that's on this list that's Strike Attack, but I think they've changed into like a Danger Pack sort of figure to match this wave. But yes, Avaceratops, it is like a yellowy green sort of Shrek color, and then it turns into a skeleton. So these skeleton ones are definitely my favorite. But now we have different sort of things. We're going to start with Amber Prestosuchus. So this was the one that is originally a Strike Attack, but I think they've turned it into a Danger Pack and removed its features. But now its initial color is cool, but as I've said, this whole new line is based on hot and cold water. You know, you add some, changes their color. Now, I'm not a fan of what they've done for these 4 dinosaurs or prehistoric creatures I'm about to talk about. Basically, the Prestosuchus new paint scheme is cool, right? But then you brush over it and it turns into an amber Prestosuchus. Not a skeleton, an amber one. And you might be like, oh, that could be cool, you know, maybe mosquito designs and stuff. No. You brush over it, it just turns orange. There's no eyes. The eyes are all orange. The body's all orange. The feet are all orange. It's like, you know, it's interesting. Like, there's no effort on that at all. I mean, yes, you know, obviously we also have a tar variant, by the way. So we've got tar Stygimoloch, very interesting, which tar, you know, you paint over it, or not paint over it, you put the water on it and it just turns fully greeny black sort of color. But you can argue, right, that not only they've done a paint scheme for the normal side, you know, for the warm, or would it be cold? I don't know, I think probably warm, right? So at least they have got the paint scheme there. But then, you know, when you brush over it, I guess you've got an extra paint scheme. But still, nonetheless, I don't know, it's interesting to me. It doesn't look, you know, like they're trying to sell it as amber and tar, but it's like, this is just a really lazy kind of paint scheme, to be honest. Like, I don't see amber or tar in it. Maybe in person I could, maybe it's just these online images. But yeah, I just find it really, really interesting. But we do also have another amber one, and that amber one is Einiosaurus. So we got Einiosaurus a while ago, got in a danger pack for Dominion Wave, I believe, and also in the Dino Trackers we got it in a pack with a vehicle and whatnot. But yeah, it does turn into amber, and of course, you know, it's just fully orange. But I do think there's some battle damage to some of them. I don't know how you're gonna pull it off, but on certain parts of the body, if you rub over it, there's like a scar or something. I don't know if like those are different products. I feel they're the same, but for the Stygimoloch, you know, there was an image where if you brush over it, it doesn't turn into tar, but there's still like a scar or battle wound there. So it's interesting how these are gonna work. I think, you know, maybe if I see them in person, I think maybe the amber color could be really, really good. You know, maybe it's just a plain orange and they didn't put in any effort, but if it's like a cool amber color, I can probably get behind it. And then the last one's really random. We had this in the Dino Tracker wave, the tar Piatnitzkysaurus. I know, interesting they chose to bring it back. It's such an out there species that, you know, it's probably been introduced to most people through the Mattel line. I only figured out about through the Mattel line. I remember people originally looking at it like, what is this creature? Like, people were like, is it Gorgosaurus? There's no way that would make Gorgosaurus that small, but it's Piatnitzkysaurus. Or what else? There was all other things. Maybe even like LT Spinax, people were saying, but it wasn't. It was Piatnitzkysaurus. And yeah, I would like to hear what you guys are thinking. Do you think the amber and tar thing is a bit lazy, or do you appreciate that on their normal side before you wash them, that they are fully painted and whatnot? And do you guys love the skeleton dinos like me? I think they've got a really cool paint scheme. And the Pachyrhinosaurus Car, super cool. Mini Dreadnoughtus, can't wait to get it. And yeah, make sure to watch up here for more Jurassic videos, and I'll see you later.